What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to do a full grocery haul. Kaylee's behind the camera right now, and we're about to go to Costco. Don't want to miss out on it. Stay tuned to the very end. I guess Winston wants to go in the grocery haul with us if you heard him. Stay tuned to the very end. I'm going to show you guys everything that we're getting, and we're actually going to go to Trader Joe's as well, but got a few errands to run, so Kaylee's going to do that outside of the video. But still, we show you what we got at the very end, so definitely stay tuned, and yeah, you guys are going to find it kind of interesting, I think, the way that we grocery shop. Alright guys, so we just pulled up to Costco. We're gonna go ahead and run in. I made a quick grocery list of all the stuff that I want to get, and primarily what I'm gonna be focusing on is protein here. I absolutely love shopping based upon my macronutrients. I'm gonna shop for my protein first, then I'm gonna shop for my carbs, and then finally I'm gonna shop for my fats. Kaylee's struggling to hold the camera right now.
Can we just go like that? Let's try
that.
Yeah,
I'll do it like that. It's kind of hard to film in this car sometimes just because I don't know. For some reason, the sunlight is a little bit weird in this car. But so let's get right into it. Gotta get it cracking. Go and get that protein, carbs, and then my fats. Again, it's gonna be a little interesting what I get. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So we got pretty much everything that we need so far as protein goes. So we have chicken breasts in here. We have some smoked salmon. This is wild-caught smoked salmon. And the chicken breast that we have is 99% lean chicken breast. Costco is definitely the cheapest place to get protein in bulk. We used to go to Whole Foods and we used to get like their 99% lean chicken breast, which most things in Whole Foods are expensive, but their chicken breast actually isn't all that expensive. So I think it was like $3.99 a pound is what we typically paid for their like natural chicken breast. The organic might be a little bit higher. We also got some egg whites right here. So these are really great to mix with eggs. And then we got some Greek yogurt too. So all high protein sources. The Greek yogurt is the only one that has more carbohydrates than the other. But again, for the most part, these are just like our protein sources. There's one more thing I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna grab some shrimp. Now it's farm raised. I don't really like buying farm raised meat. The reason being, things that are farm raised are not in the open. They're not technically, allowed to experience the same sort of life that something that's wild caught would experience. Fish. If you're thinking about like chicken or poultry, you'd want something that's more free range. So the reason that I'm going to do the farm raised one though for the shrimp is one, because the macros are really good, and then two, honestly, when I think about it, as far as shrimp goes, the ocean is kind of a dirty place due to pollution and stuff like that. So it's kind of a toss-up with some farm-raised stuff, and shrimp in particular is a crustacean. So because of that, I mean, they kind of live, lives that don't really need them to be super explorative or anything like that anyway. So making sure that I get shrimp that is relatively a safe source, a relatively clean source, kind of feel like I'm, in the same boat for wild-caught versus farm-raised when it comes to shrimp. But yeah. So we just picked up one more bag of shrimp. This one is actually wild caught. I'm gonna try this one out. Kaylee and I have another food video coming out that we're gonna do. And my opinion on wild caught versus farm raised kind of varies. Again, it could be good, it could be bad. I'm totally not sure myself. So I'm gonna do some research and let you guys know my full opinion after doing a little bit of research on what's best, wild caught versus farm raised when it comes to seafood. But yeah, so I wanted to get potatoes, but there are no potatoes here. There's no russet potatoes. They have some sweet potatoes, but they don't look too great. And the little potatoes, I mean, I might as well just go ahead and buy some russet potatoes. So like I mentioned, Kaylee's gonna go ahead and run to Trader Joe's first. I'm gonna pick up some russet potatoes there. Maybe we'll get some golden potatoes. Want some golden potatoes?
Yeah,
oh, you know what we should make? We should make some salt and vinegar French fries. Those are really good. I already picked up some rice here about 2 weeks ago, and it was a 25-pound bag, so pretty hard to eat a full 25 pounds of rice in a short amount of time. So pretty good on my carbs, and I think we have some noodles at home too. Maybe you can get some more of those from Trader Joe's. So, and I think that's pretty much it. Got some peanut butter at home, so fats are definitely there. Got some olive oil. Oh, we're gonna get some cooking spray. That's the last thing we gotta get.
Yeah.
Really great place to get cooking spray in bulk. Like you can get these huge things of cooking spray. We'll show you guys. Alrighty, so we're gonna get some avocado oil spray. They also have canola oil spray, which I do like this one because you get a lot of it, and we've used this before and it definitely works. But if you know anything about oil, canola oil is not as good for you as avocado oil, just because avocado oil has a little bit more micronutrients in it than canola oil does. But when you're talking about cooking spray, you're not necessarily getting too much of the oil from either. So kind of a toss up. So if we want to be on the safe side, probably would go with avocado oil. I wanted to be a little bit on the cheaper side, which technically is a little bit more expensive. It's 10 more cents for this huge one versus these two smaller ones. Gonna go with the avocado one today. Probably gonna run back to Costco probably next week. I come here almost weekly. So avocado oil, and I think that pretty much sums up what we got for this part of the grocery haul. So stay tuned for the rest of the stuff at Trader Joe's. Had to double up. Alrighty, so I wanted to go over something form-wise really quick that can help you guys out a lot. Whenever you're training any sort of back exercise, in order to get the right type of contraction, you really want to stretch your back and then contract it the right way. So let me show you guys what I mean. Instead of just laying on the bench, so where when let my back actually round a little bit and when I stretch towards the ground, tuck my elbows in. So if you've never tried that when you do your back exercise, definitely give that a try. You'll feel a deeper contraction in your back, and in the long run, if that's one of the muscle groups you want to ultimately build, that'll help with doing that. And you gotta make sure your nutrition's in the right spot. You gotta also make sure that you're getting an accurate amount of rest. Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick tip, and yeah, let's get to the grocery haul though. So, yeah. Alrighty, so we just made it back from the grocery store not too long ago, and this is all we got. So Kay, like I said, she went to Trader Joe's and picked up a few extra things so that we could have everything ready to go for the week. So we got like our veggies and stuff like right here. So making sure that we get our micronutrients in, and of course, still getting some carbs in from those too. Got my other carb source, a little bit of capellini. I am definitely a pasta fan, I love it. All of the protein that we got from Costco, all right here. And then just a couple soups, some almond milk, and yeah, just a couple other things to fill in, so. Alright guys, so you see everything that we bought. We really just try to make sure that when we grocery shop, we shop by macronutrients first, and we try to prioritize the hardest macronutrients that there are to hit, which for us is going to be protein. And for most people, I would say protein is extremely hard to hit and make sure that they're on point. We get all of our protein from Costco just because it's the most cost efficient. The chicken breast that I bought, this is 8.12 pounds of chicken breast. That's gonna last me for the entire week. For the most part, recently I've been eating almost all the meat that we have. Kaylee hasn't really been in the mood much for eating meat. It's just, again, personal preference. So a lot of what she likes to do is, again, she's mostly pescatarian. I eat almost all the poultry. We do have a little bit of fish, but again, she's still like not super into it. So that's why we get a lot of dairy. Greek yogurt is a really great source of protein. Really cool way to disguise it in a lot of your foods too if you aren't using it. I like putting it in pancakes a lot of times, along with some egg whites. So if you guys haven't seen it already, be sure to check out Kaylee and I's chocolate chip pancake video that we have on our other channel at The Jones Kitchen here on YouTube as well. So yeah, I want to make sure that I get all my protein in, but I want to eat foods that I personally enjoy. Chicken breast in particular, when cooked the right way, when seasoned the right way, tastes good. You don't have to boil all your food, none of that kind of stuff. So, and if you don't have one already, you should definitely invest in an air fryer because these things are the bee's knees. Definitely want to make sure when thinking about cooking your food, you cook it in a way that tastes great to you. That's super duper important. Again, we wanted to make sure that we had some micronutrients, so we're not all just about, you know, the big macronutrients. We definitely like to get in micronutrients. And I can never say the cruciferous crunch. This is a cruciferous crunch salad mix. This thing is the bee's knees. Now, back in my heyday, before I was super duper into making sure that all my macros were on point, I used to eat this cruciferous crunch with so much salad dressing. It was insane. Like I would go ham on some vinaigrette, Italian vinaigrette, or actually I used to really go for the Caesar vinaigrette. And there was a point in time where I wasn't eating dairy, so I think I was doing like the olive oil and vinegar. Oh goodness. By the way, vinegar is like one of my most favorite things in the world. I don't know why. For some reason, I think I just crave certain health foods. They just taste good to me. Like pickles. Pickles not necessarily a health food, but just the thought of how like vinegary a pickle is. Whew, it's great. Probably eat something vinegary tonight for dinner. I already talked to you guys about it. I'm gonna have some salt and vinegar French fries for dinner. Yeah, so this is the grocery haul. This is all that we've got, and this should last for the entire week. Some of the foods will also fold over into the next week, which is even better. Typically, what I see from when we do a big grocery haul like this one, we grocery shop every single week, but oftentimes we'll only get just a few things, but we were really slacking and really behind the new year, the holidays, stuff like that, so we had to restock up on a lot of stuff. My carb sources, those will probably last the longest. I don't really run through my carb sources like super crazy. So like I mentioned, I have a 25-pound bag of rice in the cabinet over there, so carbs are definitely readily available in the Jones household. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm gonna get into dinner. Just wanted to run you guys through my grocery haul and why I buy what I buy. Again, protein sources, I pick sources that I like, and I try to make sure that I pick sources that are pretty low in fat. And when it comes to carbohydrates, I try to pick pretty much the same thing, almost solely carbohydrate sources. And then when it comes to fats, we try to make sure that we isolate those as well. So that way we can take everything and mix and match them and make them in tons of different meals. And again, if you guys have not checked it out, please do so. It is absolutely awesome. The Jones Kitchen right here on YouTube, where Kaylee and I show you guys all the great foods that we make and all the cool recipes that we put together. So yeah, thank you guys again for tuning in to another awesome video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.